Hello, this is What's All About, and in this review we're having a very brief comparison between the two Steinhardt Ocean Ones. As I'm sure you are very well aware of, the Steinhardt Ocean One, the standard stainless steel, has become an incredible value for money Swiss-made diver. Very popular indeed, because it is such great value for money. I love it. This is my personal one. And I think it's one of the best made watches for under £300. It's just simply fantastic. Steinhardt, in recent months, they've released this new version, the Ocean One Titanium 500, which is more of a, not quite as smart as the standard Ocean One, which is obviously quite blatantly a Rolex homage. But this is definitely more a utility diver based, quite modern looking. And it has a few little extras as well. Now, because of the difference in what it's made with, the price has increased. So the Steinhardt, currently in February 2016, the standard Steinhardt Ocean One stainless steel will cost you £295. The Ocean One Titanium 500 will cost you £455. So about £160 difference for these two brothers from the same, from the same family. So let's have a look at a few key differences to see, if it's which one you should go for, or even if you should go for both. So obviously we've discussed the difference. You are paying £160 more for this, but you do get a few more extra features. So the difference you will see first of all is the metal that's used. So we have standard stainless steel on the normal Ocean One. Obviously, because this one on the right is called the Titanium 500, it's made using titanium, and the finish to it on here is obviously just quite a standard brushed stainless steel, and then we have polished edges to the case and polished edges to the links. On the titanium, it's almost like a satin. Well, it is called satin titanium, so it's quite an interesting mix of brushed and blasted. It's quite an interesting finish to it, and a matte kind of feel to it as well. So it is quite an unusual colour. It's very grey, almost a little bit browny as well. And it does have this quite gentle finish to it as well, so that's quite an unusual finish to it. So this is like the key difference. Because this is made of titanium, it's a lot lighter as well. So this stainless steel version will weigh 190 grams, which is quite a chunky, weighty watch. When you wear it, you really feel like you're wearing a decent quality watch. With the titanium, it's a little bit confusing actually, because it is so light. So it's 140 grams, so a whole 50 grams lighter. Almost a quarter taken off the stainless steel version. So when you're wearing it, you almost don't notice it. It is incredibly comfortable to wear, but then you can sort of feel a little bit confused, because if you're like me and you're used to a nice heavy watch signifying decent quality, then because it's this titanium, it does feel light, slightly more lightweight. So that's just something you need to be aware of. It is a lot lighter than a stainless steel equivalent, but because it's titanium, ultimately it is stronger than the steel. So that can be a little bit confusing to get one's head around. Size-wise, they're exactly the same. So they're 42mm in diameter, with an exact same height of 13mm. So if I just put these on my wrists, be able to have a quick quite difficult to get both in at the same time. So you can see that they are more or less exactly the same size, same shape as well. The cases are both more or less exactly the same. It's just literally the difference in in the material. And again, the design of the bracelet and the buckle exactly the same. It's just a different material. So you can tell the difference on the wrist, how This, looks like a very smart kind of diver, like a Rolex Submariner. This one looks a much more casual kind of affair, very tool-like, and definitely it looks even more so like a proper diver's watch, I think. Okay, so another difference to be made aware of is the bezel insert. So on the Steinhardt Ocean 1, the bezel insert is quite a standard aluminium insert. Nothing too special really, with just printed markings. On the Titanium 500 we have a ceramic insert, which is very nice, little shiny finish to it, and all the details are engraved within it, and also these are filled with loom as well, which brings us on to another difference, the loom that's used. So because this Titanium 500 has a much greater depth than the stainless steel, the difference is 300 meters for the stainless steel, 500 meters for the Ocean 1 Titanium 500. I think because it can go to deeper depths, they've actually upgraded the loom. So the difference is, this is a standard Super Luminova C1, and then on the Titanium it's Super Luminova BGW9. Now I don't know the exact differences, but I can say unequivocally that the Titanium 500 loom is very good. It's excellent. It's not saying that the standard steel isn't good. It is pretty good. It's just that the Titanium loom is really, really, really strong, and it charges quickly. It lasts a long time, and it's really bright. So the loom is definitely much better. You'll also notice how we have a flat sapphire crystal on the stainless steel version, and then a double domed sapphire crystal on the Titanium. So that's another key feature, because I think when you're diving, apparently a flat crystal can provide quite a lot of reflection, be quite hard to read. But with the double domed crystal, it's very easy, keeps decent readability at all times. So one final difference is the movement that's used. So in the stainless steel we have an excellent movement, the ETA 2824, which many people regard as one of the finest automatic Swiss-made automatic movements available. At a reasonable price. Obviously there are better ones, but they do come at a price. So nothing to complain with at all on the stainless steel version. On the Titanium 500 we do get a nice little alternative, and that's a Soprod A10-2. Now I personally don't know what the kind of reliability of the Soprod is, how good it is in the long term, so time will tell if it proves to be as reliable as the ETA. But another key feature is that the Titanium 500 has a lovely custom Steinhardt rotor. You can see that it's like a gold finish, have Steinhardt and Swiss made deeply engraved on it, and then that really cool crown cut out as well, which is part of the Steinhardt logo. So that's a really nice touch that they've done here, and it's got some really lovely Côte de Genève engraving on it as well. So as far as looks go, I think the Soprod is a beautiful movement, especially with this custom rotor, which is very, very smart and pretty good considering the price of approximately £450. So there we go. They're the key features. Let's not forget that the dial has changed a lot as well. So we've on the new Titanium version, we've ditched the Mercedes hands for more dumpy, straight point hands. The second hand has changed as well. We've dropped the applied hour markers and just gone with like painted loom, and we have a much cooler rehaut on the Titanium 500 as well, whereas on the steel version we don't even have anything on the rehaut. So the design has changed, but in that it's almost become its own beast, I think, the Titanium 500. So the question is, which one would you go for? I personally think they're both outstanding value for money. My personal preference is probably still the stainless steel version, because for under £300 it is absolutely exceptional. But saying that, I would really love to see this face and the ceramic bezel on a stainless steel bracelet and in a stainless steel case for a cheaper price. Because, you know, if they can get this style for about £350, I think that would be an absolute winner as well. I do really like the titanium 500. You know, it's as is the case with all Steinhardts, exceptionally well made. You know, the value for money is out of this world. Some people have complained about the finishing quality, but I personally haven't seen any problems whatsoever. I think it's really well made, as is usually the case, and the finishing is top notch. And it's just a great watch, so I really do like it. But at £450, it's probably a little bit too high for me personally, but I still think it's a great value for money watch. Okay, so that was just a brief side-by-side comparison of the Ocean One stainless steel and the Steinhardt Ocean One titanium 500. I'm going to be completely honest, if you were to go for either one of them, you're going to get a fantastic watch. So please go with your instinct, go with your gut. If you want more of a Rolex homage, go for the stainless steel. But if you want one that's a little bit unique with higher quality materials, and one that's a little bit more unique in its design, then obviously the titanium 500 is probably the one for you. Okay, so these were the two Ocean One versions from Steinhardt, and that's what it's all about.